Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I'm excited to introduce our presentation titled Masonic Audiobook Library, with the date of July 30th, 2025. Today, we'll explore how Masonry promotes morality, ethics, and brotherhood in society through the fascinating mysticism of Masonry. We'll also look at how building values through fraternity and tradition shapes our communities. So, let's get started and discover the powerful ideas behind this ancient and enduring craft. Today, we're going to explore the core aspects of Masonry, starting with an introduction to what it really is and its foundational principles. We'll look at the essential ethical lessons embedded in Masonic ritual, which serve as a moral compass for members. Brotherhood is at the heart of Freemasonry, emphasizing a deep sense of connection and mutual support among members. We'll also examine the powerful symbols used in Masonry and what they represent, helping us understand the deeper meanings behind their rituals. Next, we'll discuss how ritual plays a vital role in ethical development, guiding members towards personal growth. We'll touch on the influence of mysticism within Masonry, which adds a layer of spiritual dimension to the teachings. Additionally, we'll consider Masonry's broader impact on society, highlighting its contributions and values. Of course, we need to acknowledge the challenges and misunderstandings that surround Masonry, which often lead to misconceptions. And finally, we'll wrap up with some concluding thoughts, tying everything together and reflecting on Masonry's ongoing relevance. This overview aims to give you a comprehensive understanding of the many facets that make Masonry a unique and influential tradition. Let's delve into the core of Masonry, starting with its ethical lessons. In Masonic rituals, we find fundamental principles like integrity, charity, and brotherly love. These lessons aren't just words, they are meant to guide our daily lives and interactions. Moving on, brotherhood is at the heart of Freemasonry. It creates a sense of unity and mutual support among members, fostering lifelong bonds. Then, we see how symbols play a vital role. Each one carries deep meanings and teaches moral lessons, often rooted in history and tradition. The role of ritual is also crucial. It's not just ceremonial. It's a powerful tool for ethical development, helping members internalize these values. We also can't ignore the influence of mysticism in Masonry, which adds a layer of spiritual insight and personal growth. Masonry's impact extends beyond individual members, shaping society through charitable work and promoting moral standards. Of course, we must acknowledge the challenges and misunderstandings that surround Freemasonry. Misconceptions can sometimes cloud its true purpose. Ultimately, understanding these core elements helps us appreciate the profound and enduring significance of Masonry in shaping ethical lives and communities. Let's begin by exploring the definition and overview of Masonry. Masonry, as many of you know, has deep roots in medieval Europe. It started as a guild for stonemasons, where craftsmen would come together to share skills and standards. Over time, this guild evolved into a broader fraternal organization that promotes moral principles, strong ethics, and brotherhood not just among its members, but throughout society. Moving on to the core principles of Freemasonry, the organization emphasizes integrity, charity, and fellowship. These values are central to its teachings and are designed to nurture moral character and ethical behavior. At its heart, Freemasonry encourages a sense of brotherhood, both among members and extending outward into the community, fostering a spirit of mutual support and moral development. Now, let's talk about the role of ritual in Masonry. Rituals are more than just ceremonies, they serve a vital purpose. They reinforce important ethical teachings, helping members internalize moral lessons. Rituals also foster a strong sense of community, creating bonds that unite members. Most importantly, they provide a structured path for personal growth, guiding members in their moral and spiritual development as they progress through different stages of the organization. Together, these elements, history, principles, and rituals, form the foundation of Masonry, illustrating its commitment to moral integrity and brotherhood. This overview helps us understand how Masonry not only preserves ancient traditions, but also promotes ongoing personal and societal betterment. Let's dive into the purpose of this presentation. Masonry is more than just building stones. It's a framework that nurtures a moral foundation through shared values. These values promote ethical behavior and foster a strong sense of brotherhood among members. Together, these elements work to enhance the well-being and integrity of society as a whole. Next, we explore morality and ethics within Masonry. The sense of brotherhood it cultivates encourages unity, respect, and a shared commitment to moral principles. This environment inspires members to act ethically and take moral responsibility, which ultimately benefits society. Understanding brotherhood is key. Masonry's mysticism creates deep connections among members, emphasizing shared values and ethical conduct. It encourages personal growth and the development of a supportive brotherhood. This bond is not just about camaraderie, it's about working together to improve society. Finally, when we examine mysticism, we see its role in fostering these profound connections. It's through this mystical aspect that members develop a sense of purpose and ethical awareness, which reinforces their commitment to moral and societal betterment. All these points tie back to our overall theme: Masonry as a pathway to moral development, ethical living, and societal progress through shared values and brotherhood. Let's delve into the core ethical lessons in Masonic ritual. These lessons are fundamental to understanding how Freemasonry promotes moral development. They emphasize virtues such as honesty, charity, integrity, and brotherly love, which are central to the Brotherhood. These teachings are conveyed through symbolic rituals that encourage members to reflect on their personal growth and ethical responsibilities. Moving on, brotherhood in Freemasonry is a key theme. It's about forging genuine bonds of trust and friendship among members, transcending social and cultural differences. This sense of brotherhood fosters a supportive community where members are encouraged to help each other both within and outside the lodge. Next, we see how Masonic symbols and their meanings serve as powerful tools for conveying moral lessons. Symbols like the square and compass are more than just tools. They represent moral virtues and ethical principles that guide members in their daily lives. These symbols serve as constant reminders of the values Freemasonry promotes. The role of ritual in ethical development is also crucial. Rituals create a structured environment that reinforces moral lessons through repetition and symbolism. They help members internalize ethical principles by engaging both the mind and emotions, making these lessons more meaningful and lasting. We should also consider the influence of mysticism in Masonry. Mystical elements add a layer of spiritual depth, encouraging members to seek personal enlightenment and a deeper understanding of universal truths. This mystical aspect helps foster a sense of wonder and curiosity about the moral and spiritual aspects of life. Finally, Masonry's impact on society is significant. By promoting ethical behavior and charitable work, Freemasonry contributes positively to communities worldwide. Its influence encourages individuals to act with integrity and to serve others, thereby creating a ripple effect of good deeds. Understanding these core aspects helps us appreciate how Freemasonry aims to shape not just individual members, but society as a whole. Today, I want to focus on our commitment to virtue, specifically the importance of integrity in our Masonic journey. Integrity is really the foundation of everything we stand for. It promotes honesty and accountability, which are essential not just for personal growth, but also for building trust within our fraternity and the broader society. When we uphold integrity, we strengthen our character and create a more genuine, reliable community. Now, Masonic rituals place a strong emphasis on honesty as a core virtue. This isn't just about telling the truth, it's about fostering trust and integrity in every aspect of our lives. When we practice honesty, we help cultivate ethical behavior and better interpersonal relationships, which are vital for a harmonious brotherhood. Finally, I want to highlight the importance of cultivating generosity. In our rituals, generosity is seen as a form of selflessness. It encourages us to give without expecting anything in return, whether that's through charitable acts or simply supporting each other. This spirit of generosity not only strengthens our bonds within the fraternity, but also extends to the community at large, fostering compassion and support among all people. Together, these virtues, integrity, honesty, and generosity, are the pillars that uphold our values and help us grow as virtuous individuals. Let's take a moment to explore the importance of respect for others, which is a core value in our principles. The principle of tolerance is central here. It encourages us to understand and respect different beliefs and perspectives. This fosters harmony and acceptance, which in turn strengthens both our moral character and the bonds we share within our community. Our Masonic rituals further reinforce this idea by emphasizing equality. They promote a sense of brotherhood that goes beyond social class, creed, or background, helping us see each person as a fellow human being deserving of respect. Additionally, kindness is a vital aspect of these teachings. Through encouraging compassion and understanding, we build strong moral bonds and promote respectful interactions with those around us. All these elements, tolerance, equality, and kindness, tie back to our overall theme of moral integrity and unity. They remind us that by respecting others, we contribute to a more harmonious and morally upright society. Now, let's turn our attention to the introduction to Masonry. Here, we'll explore the foundational principles that define this ancient fraternity. Masonry isn't just about building, it's about building character and integrity. Moving on, we see that core ethical lessons are embedded within Masonic rituals. These lessons serve as moral compasses, guiding members toward honesty, charity, and fairness. Brotherhood is at the heart of Freemasonry, emphasizing unity, support, and a sense of shared purpose among members worldwide. We also look at Masonic symbols and their meanings, which often carry profound messages about virtue, morality, and the pursuit of knowledge. The role of ritual is crucial. It's not just ceremonial, but a powerful tool for ethical development, reinforcing values through shared experiences. Mysticism influences Masonry by adding a layer of spiritual understanding and introspection, enriching the moral journey. Finally, we consider Masonry's impact on society, how its principles promote community service, ethical leadership, and social cohesion. But, as with any long-standing tradition, challenges and misunderstandings arise, often fueled by misconceptions or lack of awareness. In conclusion, Masonry remains a vital influence, rooted in ethical teachings and a commitment to personal and societal betterment. Let's explore the concept of brotherhood in Freemasonry. At its core, brotherly love emphasizes mutual respect, support, and compassion among members. This creates a strong sense of unity and moral responsibility within the community, inspiring us to make a positive impact on society. Now, strengthening this brotherhood often comes through rituals. These ceremonies help foster a deep connection and trust between members. They reinforce important values like loyalty, support, and shared purpose, which are essential to maintaining a strong brotherhood. Finally, we should consider the global aspect. The Masonic community isn't confined by borders. It spans across different cultures and nations. This international network promotes shared values of brotherhood, mutual respect, and collaboration, all aimed at elevating moral and ethical standards worldwide. All these elements, respect, rituals, and global connection, tie back to the overall theme of unity and moral development that runs through Freemasonry. Support and fellowship are at the very heart of what we do. Mutual aid among members helps build a strong sense of community, where we support each other through life's hardships. This kind of support not only strengthens personal connections, but also promotes a culture of care and altruism within the Masonic Brotherhood. It's about more than just helping in tough times. It's about creating a network of trust and compassion that lasts a lifetime. Building lifelong friendships is another core aspect of Freemasonry. When we share common values, support one another, and engage in collaborative activities, we forge bonds that transcend everyday differences. These friendships become a vital part of our journey, enriching our lives and reinforcing our sense of brotherhood. And then there's mentorship. Mentorship is fundamental to our growth, guiding newer members through moral development and ethical practices. It's about sharing experiences, reinforcing our core values, and strengthening the bonds of brotherhood through shared support. When we mentor each other, we help ensure that these ideals continue to thrive across generations. All these elements, mutual aid, lifelong friendships, mentorship, are interconnected. They create a supportive environment that fosters personal growth, community, and a lasting brotherhood. They remind us that Freemasonry is about building relationships that endure and uplift us all. Now, let's delve into the introduction to Masonry. Here, we explore the foundational aspects of this ancient fraternity, emphasizing its core ethical lessons that are embedded in Masonic rituals. These lessons are designed to promote integrity, honesty, and moral development among members. Moving forward, we see that brotherhood is at the heart of Freemasonry. It's about building genuine bonds of trust, support, and mutual respect that transcend individual differences. Next, we examine the symbolic language of Masonry, its symbols and their meanings. These symbols serve as powerful tools for conveying moral truths and philosophical ideas in a way that resonates on a deeper level. The role of ritual is also crucial. It's not just ceremonial, but a vital process for ethical development. Through ritual, members internalize moral lessons and reinforce their commitment to personal growth. We also consider the influence of mysticism within Masonry. Mysticism adds a layer of spiritual reflection, encouraging members to seek deeper understanding of themselves and the universe. Beyond the individual, Masonry has a broader impact on society by promoting values such as charity, justice, and community service. However, Masonry faces challenges and misunderstandings, misconceptions that can obscure its true purpose and principles. It's important to address these openly to foster a clearer understanding. Finally, as we conclude this section, I want to highlight that Masonry is a lifelong journey of ethical and spiritual exploration, aiming to uplift both individuals and society as a whole. Let's explore the fascinating world of symbolism in Masonry. Symbols are incredibly important because they serve as visual metaphors that communicate moral lessons and shared values. They help foster a sense of unity and understanding among members, creating a common language that transcends words. These symbols also promote personal growth and ethical conduct, encouraging us to reflect on virtues that are essential not only in Masonry, but in society as a whole. For example, many symbols are designed to guide us to think about qualities like integrity, charity, and brotherhood. By understanding and contemplating these visual cues, we deepen our grasp of moral values and how they can be applied in our daily lives. So, in essence, symbols are more than just images. They are powerful tools that help us internalize ethical lessons and strengthen our bonds as brothers. Let's take a closer look at some of the key Masonic symbols from 2022. First, we have the square and compasses, which are perhaps the most recognizable symbols in Masonry. The square represents morality and virtue, reminding us to act ethically in our daily lives. The compasses, on the other hand, symbolize the importance of keeping our passions and desires within due bounds, promoting self-control and balance. Together, they emphasize the moral foundation that Masonry encourages. Next, there's the letter G. This symbol holds dual significance. It stands for God, highlighting the divine connection many Masons feel, and also for geometry, which underscores the importance of structure, order, and the mathematical principles that govern the universe. The G reminds us that moral and ethical principles are rooted in a divine and structured universe, guiding us in our personal growth. Finally, we have the all-seeing eye, which appears in 2023. This symbol represents divine watchfulness and guidance. It's a reminder that there is a higher power observing us, encouraging us to uphold moral integrity and act ethically in all aspects of our lives. It's about being conscious of the moral impact of our actions, knowing that we are always under a watchful, guiding eye. These symbols collectively reinforce the core themes of Masonry: ethical conduct, divine connection, and moral responsibility, and serve as visual reminders of the principles we strive to embody. Now, let's explore the core ethical lessons embedded in Masonic ritual. These lessons are designed to guide members toward personal growth and moral integrity. They emphasize virtues such as honesty, charity, and brotherly love, which are fundamental to the Masonic path. Moving on, brotherhood in Freemasonry is a central concept. It fosters a sense of unity and mutual support among members, transcending social and cultural differences. This bond is what makes Masonry more than just a set of rituals. It's a community built on shared values. Next, we have Masonic symbols and their meanings. These symbols serve as visual tools that convey moral lessons and philosophical truths. For example, the square and compass symbolize morality and the importance of balancing logic with spirituality. The role of ritual in ethical development cannot be overstated. Rituals provide a structured way for members to internalize moral lessons through symbolic actions, creating lasting impressions on their character. Additionally, we see the influence of mysticism in Masonry. Mystical elements add layers of spiritual meaning and encourage members to seek deeper understanding beyond the physical realm. This mystical aspect often inspires a sense of wonder and personal enlightenment. Moving forward, Masonry's impact on society is significant. It promotes principles like charity, justice, and community service, which ripple outward into the wider world, fostering positive change. However, Masonry also faces challenges and misunderstandings. Its secretive nature has sometimes led to misconceptions and suspicion. It's important to address these issues openly to maintain transparency and trust. Finally, as we conclude, I want to highlight that Masonry's enduring relevance lies in its ability to promote ethical development, unity, and societal betterment. Thank you for your attention. Let's take a closer look at Masonic ritual practices. These rituals are carefully structured to guide us through a meaningful experience. They follow a specific flow that helps us reflect on ethical principles and moral values. The use of symbolism and repetition isn't just for tradition. It's designed to deepen our understanding and reinforce our moral framework. Importantly, these rituals foster a strong sense of community. When we participate together, we build bonds and share common values that strengthen our collective identity. This shared experience not only promotes ethical growth, but also enhances personal development. Ultimately, the rituals serve as a powerful tool for both individual and collective growth. They connect us through meaningful participation and reflection, which is at the heart of what Masonry is all about, building character and community simultaneously. Let's explore the lessons we can learn from rituals. Rituals encourage us to look inward and reflect on our personal growth. They serve as a guiding force, helping us develop and reinforce ethical values. When we participate in these rituals, we're not just going through motions. We're reflecting on our experiences, which deepens our understanding of morality and strengthens our commitment to brotherhood. In the context of Masonry, rituals provide a structured framework for making ethical decisions. They foster an environment where reflection, accountability, and the development of moral values happen through shared experiences and communal support. This structure helps us navigate complex situations with integrity and clarity. Moreover, rituals teach us important ethical lessons, values like integrity, respect, and compassion. By embodying these daily, we promote personal growth and contribute to building a moral society. These lessons aren't just abstract ideals, they are meant to be integrated into our everyday lives. So, the key takeaway is that rituals serve as powerful tools for personal reflection, ethical decision-making, and ongoing growth. They shape how we think, act, and connect with others, ultimately aligning with our broader goal of fostering moral and ethical development in ourselves and our community. Let's now turn our attention to the introduction to Masonry. Here, we explore the foundational aspects that define this ancient fraternity. We'll delve into the core ethical lessons embedded within Masonic ritual, which serve as guiding principles for members. Brotherhood is at the heart of Freemasonry, emphasizing unity, support, and moral development among members. We'll also examine the rich array of Masonic symbols and their meanings, which convey deep philosophical and ethical messages. The role of ritual in ethical development is crucial, as it helps instill moral values through symbolic acts and ceremonies. Additionally, we'll consider the influence of mysticism in Masonry, which adds a layer of spiritual depth to the teachings. Masonry's impact on society is significant, fostering principles of charity, integrity, and community service. Finally, we'll address some of the challenges and misunderstandings that surround Freemasonry, clarifying its true purpose and values. Throughout this discussion, I'll connect these points to the broader theme of how Masonry promotes moral growth and societal betterment. Understanding Masonic mysticism is quite fascinating. It draws from ancient traditions, emphasizing personal enlightenment through symbolic rituals. These rituals are designed not just as ceremonies, but as tools to foster moral integrity and ethical conduct. Within this brotherhood, there's a focus on transcending conventional beliefs, encouraging members to seek a deeper, more spiritual understanding of themselves and the universe. When we look at the nature of mysticism in tradition, it's about encouraging each individual to seek their inner truth. This is achieved through personal reflection, interpreting symbols, and participating in shared rituals. These practices help build moral integrity and promote ethical living, not just for personal growth, but for the betterment of the entire community. As we explore the search for inner truth, it becomes clear that this journey is deeply personal. It involves looking inward, questioning, and understanding oneself at a profound level. Masonic mysticism invites members to embark on this quest, using symbols and rituals as guides. Ultimately, it's about cultivating a moral compass and ethical principles that resonate internally and reflect outwardly in our actions and relationships. Let's explore how mystical experiences intersect with morality. Interestingly, about 72% of members report that spirituality significantly influences their ethical choices. Mysticism in Masonry plays a crucial role in fostering spiritual growth. It encourages us to look inward, reflect on our morals, and seek a deeper connection to universal truths. This process helps guide us toward living more ethically and authentically. Now, connecting this to the broader theme, these mystical insights aren't just personal. They also strengthen our bonds as brothers. When we share spiritual experiences, it deepens our sense of brotherhood, promotes empathy, and reinforces the moral principles that unite us. So, in essence, mysticism isn't just about individual enlightenment. It serves as a foundation for ethical living and stronger community ties within Masonry. Now, let's delve into the core ethical lessons in Masonic ritual. These rituals serve as a foundation for moral development, emphasizing virtues like integrity, charity, and brotherly love. They are designed to inspire members to lead ethical lives beyond the lodge. Moving on, the concept of brotherhood in Freemasonry is central. It fosters a sense of unity and mutual support among members, transcending social and cultural differences. This brotherhood encourages us to act with compassion and understanding. Next, we explore Masonic symbols and their meanings. These symbols are rich with allegory, serving as tools for teaching moral lessons and encouraging reflection. They connect members to a deeper spiritual and philosophical tradition. The role of ritual in ethical development cannot be overstated. Rituals create a structured environment that reinforces moral principles through symbolism and shared experience, helping members internalize virtues. Additionally, the influence of mysticism in Masonry adds a layer of spiritual depth. Mystical concepts inspire members to seek enlightenment and a greater understanding of the universe and their place within it. Moving beyond individual growth, Masonry has also had a notable impact on society. Its principles promote civic responsibility, charity, and community service, contributing positively to the world around us. However, Masonry has faced challenges and misunderstandings over the years. These often stem from misconceptions about its secretive nature or its influence, which can lead to suspicion or misinterpretation. Finally, in conclusion, Masonry is a complex tradition that combines ethical teachings, symbolism, and spiritual exploration, all aimed at personal and societal betterment. Let's talk about promoting ethical behavior in our communities. One of the key ways we do this is through community service initiatives. These efforts not only help those in need, but they also strengthen the bonds between community members. When we serve others, we demonstrate our commitment to altruism, which in turn fosters a culture of responsibility and mutual support. Now, another important aspect is the role of Masonry in cultivating role models. Through our emphasis on traits like integrity, altruism, and community service, we inspire our members to embody ethical behavior. These role models then positively influence society by leading through example. Overall, these initiatives and values are central to our broader goal of building better, more responsible communities. They show how our principles can translate into tangible actions that benefit everyone around us. Fostering unity and tolerance is at the heart of what we do. Through interfaith and community dialogues, we create spaces where people of different beliefs can come together, share perspectives, and build mutual understanding. This process helps reduce prejudice and break down divisions that can often divide society. Masonry actively promotes these conversations, encouraging respect and ethical collaboration among diverse groups. When we foster dialogue, we not only bridge gaps but also nurture a sense of shared purpose. Ultimately, this approach helps us cultivate a more unified, tolerant community where differences are embraced and collective progress is prioritized. This aligns perfectly with our overall goal of building stronger, more harmonious societies through understanding and respect. Now, let's explore the core ethical lessons embedded in Masonic ritual. These teachings emphasize integrity, honesty, and moral uprightness, guiding members to lead exemplary lives. Brotherhood in Freemasonry is a fundamental principle, fostering a sense of unity, support, and mutual respect among members. Moving on, Masonic symbols hold deep meanings, often representing virtues like wisdom, strength, and beauty, which serve as moral guides. The role of ritual in ethical development is significant. Through symbolic ceremonies, members internalize moral lessons and reinforce their commitments. Mysticism also plays a part, adding a layer of spiritual reflection that encourages personal growth beyond the physical symbols. Lastly, Masonry's impact on society is profound, promoting charity, moral development, and community service. However, it's important to recognize the challenges and misunderstandings that surround Masonry, often fueled by misconceptions or secrecy. Overall, these elements come together to shape a tradition that aims to improve individuals and society alike. Let's talk about some common misconceptions about Masonry. Many people think of it as a secretive, even sinister organization, but that's simply not true. In reality, Masonry is centered around promoting moral values, ethical behavior, and brotherhood. And the interesting part is that it does all of this openly, through community service, personal development, and fostering strong relationships among members. Now, regarding secrecy, some might see it as suspicious, but in fact, it's mainly about protecting personal privacy and maintaining the integrity of our teachings. Secrecy isn't about hiding wrongdoings or promoting dishonesty. Instead, it helps members grow personally and deepens the bonds they share with one another. So, in the broader picture, Masonry isn't about being secretive for the sake of it. It's about creating a safe space for growth, trust, and service, which ultimately supports the values we stand for. When we talk about addressing criticism, one of the key areas we focus on is the ethical accountability of our members. Masonry, like many organizations, sometimes faces scrutiny regarding how we uphold ethical standards. It's important to recognize that this scrutiny pushes us to be more transparent and to develop clear standards and corrective measures. These steps are essential to maintain integrity and ensure we're upholding the societal values we stand for. In response to public concerns, we actively promote transparency and emphasize our core ethical principles. We believe that open communication and honesty help dispel misconceptions about what Masonry truly represents. Additionally, fostering community involvement is a crucial part of our approach. It helps us build trust and demonstrate our genuine commitment to morality and brotherhood. Overall, addressing criticism isn't just about defending ourselves. It's about continuously improving and reaffirming our dedication to ethical conduct. This aligns with our broader goal of serving society with integrity and fostering a positive reputation based on truth and brotherhood. Now, let's delve into the core ethical lessons in Masonic ritual. These lessons serve as the foundation for moral development and personal growth within Freemasonry. They emphasize virtues like integrity, charity, and humility, guiding members to lead honorable lives. Moving on, brotherhood in Freemasonry is a central theme. It highlights the sense of unity and mutual support among members, transcending social and cultural differences. This sense of brotherhood fosters a strong community built on trust and shared values. Next, we explore Masonic symbols and their meanings. Symbols like the square and compass carry deep allegorical significance, representing moral virtues and the pursuit of truth. Understanding these symbols helps members reflect on their personal journey. The role of ritual in ethical development is also crucial. Rituals serve as practical tools for teaching moral lessons, creating a memorable and impactful experience that reinforces ethical principles. We also consider the influence of mysticism in Masonry. Mystical elements add a layer of spiritual exploration, inspiring members to seek higher truths beyond the material world. Masonry's impact on society is profound, promoting values that contribute positively to social harmony and civic responsibility. However, challenges and misunderstandings often arise, fueled by misconceptions and secrecy. Addressing these issues is essential for fostering transparency and appreciation of Masonic principles. In conclusion, Masonry offers a rich tapestry of ethical, spiritual, and social lessons that continue to influence individuals and communities worldwide. Let's take a moment to recap the key points we've discussed. First, we explored the moral and ethical lessons that Masonry imparts. These lessons are fundamental because they guide us to act with integrity and uphold high ethical standards in our daily lives. Next, we emphasize the importance of brotherhood. This isn't just about friendship, it's about creating a real sense of belonging and mutual support. Masonry plays a crucial role here by fostering moral integrity and ethical conduct, which helps build a strong community based on trust and shared values. This sense of brotherhood encourages us to uphold these standards, not only for ourselves, but for the betterment of society as a whole. When members support each other and uphold these values, it strengthens societal cohesion and integrity. In essence, the core message is that brotherhood and moral development are intertwined. Together, they promote a society grounded in mutual respect, shared values, and genuine support. This is the true significance of what we've been discussing, the enduring impact of living by these principles. As we look to the future of Masonry in society, it's clear that our commitment to morality and ethics plays a vital role. These values help build strong community bonds, ensuring that future generations carry them forward. By doing so, we promote a society that is more harmonious, enriched by brotherhood and mutual respect. Continuing this legacy of morality is essential. Masonry must adapt to the evolving values of our modern world, but at the same time, we need to preserve our core principles. This creates a dynamic community that can effectively address contemporary challenges while maintaining enduring ethical standards and brotherhood. Embracing change is key. As society evolves, Masonry must remain flexible and responsive to modern issues, all while staying rooted in its foundational values. This approach will ensure that we continue to foster a meaningful, relevant, and resilient brotherhood that contributes positively to society now and in the future. Thanks so much for joining me today. I want to leave you with this final thought. Expressing gratitude is a powerful tool that can make a real difference in every situation. Whether you're facing challenges or celebrating successes, taking a moment to acknowledge others and show appreciation can strengthen relationships and foster a positive environment. Remember, gratitude isn't just a polite gesture. It's a way to connect more deeply and create a culture of kindness and respect. So, I encourage you to make gratitude a regular part of your communication, no matter the circumstances. Thank you again for your time and attention. Let's keep spreading gratitude wherever we go.